Hi, Jessica from Ethical Brand Marketing here. And today I want to talk to you about setting goals, setting financial goals, setting impact goals, whatever kind of goal you want to set. I did a survey at the beginning of this year, like in April, and it was quite interesting because I surveyed creatives who work with eco-friendly brands. And as with all surveys, sometimes other creatives come in who don't work with eco-friendly brands, and that's perfectly fine. It was also good to get their input. And I asked the question, are you satisfied with your current income? And just to give you an idea, 46.4% were strongly dissatisfied, 42.9% were struggling to make ends meet, 3.57% were scared they were going to have to go back to corporate. I also asked what income would make you satisfied. And this was really interesting, but not surprising, actually. Only 25%, so a quarter, one out of every four people, desired to earn 100,000 or more. That could have been pounds, euros, or dollars. For me, that doesn't really matter. They're sort of now all the same. That amount was only desired by 25%, so a quarter. What interests me was that 25% desired to earn 100K or more. And of those 25%, 100% were not in the eco space. Okay, so 75% had a lower income desirability. Now, I feel that in the eco space, in our ethical space, we tend to value money differently. We tend to feel that it has an evil aspect to it, that only bad people have a lot of money, because history shows us that people with a lot of money are not responsible with that money. They do not give back, or they only give back just because it's a tax write-off or whatever, right? We've seen a lot of harm done with money, and we've seen a lot of good done with money. Money itself is only energy, and you exchange money for a service or for a product. There's nothing evil about it. It's the abuse of it, just like marketing. It's the abuse of how people use money to gain power or whatever. That is the problem, not money itself. So if we want to attract money, we have to be kind to it. We have to welcome it in and not say it's evil or think it's evil. And I know that they end up not setting these financial goals because not just because of the money mindset, that's kind of unhealthy, but also because if you don't set a goal, you don't have to be accountable for it. You don't have to be disappointed, right? The same with having a strategy, a marketing strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be responsible for it. And there's no fear of failure. So, okay. So this, I'm laughing because, our brains are very complex and we are only human, right? I look towards nature a lot, and I look at animals, and they don't have the complexity of our ego. They have an ego that says, oh, there's danger, I better run. I better hide, I better fight, whatever kind of animal they are, right? So we as mammals, we have that part of the ego brain as well. However, we have an ego that puts all this stuff in our head. Like, we get all in our head and we start to overthink things, and we start to, rationalize things, and, just not even consciously, like unconsciously, we think, okay, well, strategy creation, it takes too much time, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spend the time, and I'm not going to waste the time. I know how to do social media. I'll just go out there and do it. Right. And I have a social media strategy. Isn't that enough? Like, I did another survey 5 years ago, and that's what came out of that. Do you have a marketing strategy? No. Why not? Because it takes too much time. And, how do you know if it takes too much time? If you've never done it. So, because we get in our head, because we think all these things, because we don't want to be accountable, we don't want to be responsible for the outcomes of our actions. We don't want the consequences of not reaching our goals. We just don't want the dissatisfaction and disappointment. Because of all that, what do? Instead, do all the things. We are all over the place. We're all over social media. We post, or whatever. And doing all the things, all the mailings, all the newsletters, all the blog posts, whatever it is, be it to dancing on TikTok, whatever, to try to make it work. When in reality, all you need is a really good strategy and to implement that strategy. You got to create it, you got to plan it, the implementation, and then you got to implement it. You also have to measure it. So a lot of people skip every single step. They just go and fly. No, they do the implementation. So they'll just do the things and and get disappointed when nothing's working because they haven't done the strategical work. So my tip is just to create the strategy, right? Create the strategy, set your goals, and hey, not everybody reaches their goals. That's the point. We're all gonna fail. Every single one of us fails. Every single human, everyone. Even the richest people in the world, even the most successful business owners, they fail too. We all fail, all of us. And that's the best part about being an entrepreneur, being in business for yourself, that yes, it's disappointing. Yes, acknowledge that it sucks, right? But we're not harming anybody. We're not getting in trouble from our bosses, right? We don't have to, we only have to answer to ourselves, and we're our worst critics. So, we have to be kind to ourselves and say, okay, each failure is a lesson learned. What can we learn from this? What did we maybe do that we should have done better? What can we optimize, right? That's all marketing. Experimentation is, creating the strategy, then planning the implementation, then implementing it, then measuring it, finding out what went wrong. So yeah, that's my message for you today. Don't be shy to set those goals. Don't be hesitant to be strategic, and take the time to create your strategy. And I'm here for you. That's what I do. So I help creatives and eco brands create and implement their marketing strategy. And right now, I am offering a program to help nature-loving creatives attract the right clients, the right mission-aligned, eco-friendly clients, so that together you can build epic campaigns that win awards and inspire consumers to shop consciously. And my personal wish to connect more with nature. I can do a whole other video on why I want people to connect more with nature. I'll give you a very short reason, because I personally feel that all of our societal problems, every single one of them, stems from our complete disconnection from nature. That's it. That's how I feel. And if we connect with nature, then we feel love for nature, which in turn gives us self-love. We then love ourselves, which in turn helps us love others and understand and respect others. So it's a whole circle of love. And love does make the world go round. And without it, we're lost, and we need each other, and all the good things, right? Love is just so so lovely. Anyway, I will leave you with this. Go and be strategic. Please do not skip the strategic part in your business. You will thank me later, or you will just continue to do all the things and just wonder why it's not working. Okay. All right. So let me know how you feel about this. Do you want to be responsible for your business? Yes? Yeah, you do. You want to be responsible, you want to be accountable, and you want to be strategic. And it's going to be a lot better if you are. Okay? All right. Well, have a lovely day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.